Hello and welcome to my Technic 6 mod spotlight. Uh, I'll be going through each mod separately in separate videos. So yeah, let's jump right into it. So this first video is going to be a spotlight on the Buildcraft mod, which is a major mod in the Technic 6. So I'll show off some of the basic stuff you can get. So basically, this Buildcraft works on pipes, and you can see there's lots of different types of pipe here. There's going from wooden all the way to diamond. Each of these do separate things, and I'll be going through them individually in individual videos. So I'm going to start with showing you what the first two, which are the wooden and the cobblestone transport pipes. So as you can see, I've got a little setup ready made for you. So you've got two chests. This one has some ores in it, gold and iron, and this one has coal in it. I have a furnace here that's empty, and a separate chest over here which is empty as well. So let's say we want to get this iron and the coal into the furnace, and then the iron bars out into this chest. But we want to do that without doing anything. So this is what's good about Buildcraft. So if you get a wooden pipe, like that, as you can see. Now what this does, this can take items out of chests and other stuff, tanks and stuff that are in Buildcraft. And so, but you need to power it. So if I just connect this, this is a cobblestone transport pipe, and all this does is it moves items from A to B, basically. So not a lot to it. So as you can see, it's not doing anything now because we need to power it, and we can't just do that with a lever. As you can see, nothing happens. So we need something that's specifically for it, and we got that here. It's called a redstone engine. So get one of those. They're pretty easy to craft, quite simple. You just need a bit of wood and piston and glass. So stick that there, and you can see the blue end is pointing towards the pipe, which is exactly how we want it. Then we get a lever, stick it next to it. Now these run on basic redstone power, so you just give it a signal like that, redstone signal. And as you can see, it starts moving, and you've got these redstone little things coming out of it. So, and there we go. Look, there's a piece of iron ore. There's another one. They're coming out of the chest and going into the furnace. Now, this is going into the top of the furnace, so it will be going into the top slot here. Now, let's say we want to do the same thing with the coal. And we can do exactly the same thing as we did up there. Wooden pipe there next to the chest, so it can pull the items out of it. And then just a normal cobblestone transport pipe that goes into the bottom of the furnace, because we want it to go in this slot here. So we stick our engine there, and there we go. We've got a blue end facing towards the pipe, which is good. Oh, not there. Here we go. Turn it on, and then we should see the coal coming out. There it is. Alright, so now this iron is stacking up here, and then as the coal goes in, it will start to smelt it. There we go. And as you can see, we have a automated smelting factory here. Alright, now we can upgrade this, if you like, by adding a wooden pipe here, and then some normal cobblestone pipes going into this chest. Now the wooden pipe, because we place it on the side of the furnace here, will sack out the items on the side this way. So if we set up the same before with our redstone engine there, lever, and turn it on, you can see it's sucking out the iron bars, and then it sends them through the cobblestone pipes and into the chest, which is pretty awesome. As you can see, got two there, and it's going down. So this is sucking out faster than it is smelting, which is good, which means this won't overstack, and we'll end up getting it just fly out, basically. And it's good here as well, because, well, that's like coming in more than it's smelting. So once that gets to a full stack, they'll just pop out there. And yeah, but you can upgrade furnaces for that. And so if you go over here, we have our iron bars in the chest here. And so this is just a basic little setup I will show you. Okay, so I've made myself a little garden shed over here. Now, if you go in here, I've got a little setup for you I'd like to show you. Right, so this is like the next step of Buildcraft here. So, right now, if you get this thing, Now this is called a mining well. Now basically what it is, you place it down, and there you go, it's a little box. Now this basically just digs straight down in a line all the way down until it hits lava or bedrock. It can happily dig through water and oil and whatever else it meets. So now if you get our redstone engine over here, stick that next to it, and then give it a power. Right now, as you can see, we know it's power because it's releasing these little red thingies, but it's not moving anywhere, and this isn't doing anything because it's not powerful enough. Alright, this is enough to move items out of chests and stuff, but it's not enough to mine. So we're going to need something a bit stronger, and that comes in the form of this, a steam engine. Alright, now this basically runs on coal, alright, which I haven't got any of. Yeah. Oh, there it was. Coal. Now this one's in coal, so if you stick some coal in there, and then flick the lever, as you can see it releases the same redstone things, and it starts moving. Right, now, as you can see, all the stuff that's mining is flying out the top, right? Now, we can control that by getting some normal cobblestone pipes, sticking them on top, and I've made a little passage that goes down to a chest in my house. Yeah, there we go. Right, now here we go. Everything's starting to go through the pipes. So basically, this is very useful because it basically mines for you. Alright, so now this is quite slow, so we can speed up the transport of these pieces of cobblestone by using these golden. I've got golden waterproof pipes. Don't want that. There. Golden transport pipes. That's what we want. Get rid of them. Yeah. And we need some redstone torches. Now, if we break that and put that there, it should speed things up, but it's not. And that's because we need to give it a redstone signal. So, we can do this with a lever or redstone torch. I prefer redstone torch, simply because you don't have to bother turning it on or anything. Oh, sorry about that. But basically, you stick that next to it, and there you go. It turns this dark goldy colour. And as you can see, everything just flies straight through it. But this is not infinite. It will eventually slow down at some point. I'm not sure how far I go. I think it's like 17 blocks or something before it starts to slow down. And then you can just stick another gold pipe on top of that. But now if you go to my house, which is down, and I made a little chest for it down here. Here we go. This is all our cobblestone coming into the chest here, and as you can see it's all building up. Alright, now you're not seeing the cobblestone shooting down from the gold pipe because it's run out of speed, so it just returns to normal motion through the pipes. So that's building up, and then so eventually it'll like hit ores and coal and everything, and it'll suck all that up as well with it, and just send it through. There you go. There's a piece of iron ore that just went. So yeah, this is a pretty much more of a basic mining system, if you like, than going through a mine yourself and digging stuff up, which might be more fun, but this is more for practical use, so you can just stick this down and have it mine stuff while you go build some of the other stuff. So yeah, that's a bit of basic mining technique you can do. Okay, now let's look at a more upgraded source of mining using Buildcraft. So this is a quarry. Now these are pretty expensive to make. You do need 11 diamonds, I think it is, something like that, to make a quarry. But if you put it down, as you can see, it highlights this area with this yellow black tape type thing. Now this is the area that it will use to mine out. So like what we did with the mining well, we can connect pipes to the top of this, like so. And I've made a little pipeline here going back to a chest at my house again. Now, okay, so now that's connected up, if we get a steam engine and some coal, get a couple of gold pieces of coal. Now, if you put the steam engine next to it, nah, don't worry about that, that shouldn't do much. Well, in fact, it probably will. Alright, so if you put the steam engines here and here, okay, so come on. There we go. So if you put 2 steam engines there, you can have multiple on each one. So, and then we fill them up with coal, like that. And then we get a lever in here, and if you put one there and switch it on, oops, there we go. As you can see, they can power the quarry. They are strong enough to power the quarry. Now, if you can see here, you got this frame which is building around it. Now, this will build around the whole thing, and when it's done building the frame, it's going to start mining, right? So it's going to dig down into the earth and mine out strips. So it's like down, up and down, and then all the stuff will come out here. Now, if we can do what we did last time with the golden transport pipes to speed things up slightly. So if we put one, let's say here, and then the redstone torch under it, there we go, it's powered. So when the items start coming out of that, they'll get sped up through the gold pipe and go straight into the chest which I put in my house. Okay, so I'll come back when this is done. Okay, I'm back, and now we have the frame is completed, and we have this monstrosity with this little diamond tip thing at the end, and it's preparing to drill its way through the ground. So it's going down, it has a frame, and it moves to, I think it's like the highest block or something, which is over there. It starts at the highest and then works its ways down to lower. So it's going to move over there, and I think probably start with that block of sand over there, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, there we go. So as you can see, we have a block of sand that just shot down there, and it's going to come over here to the next highest block and start like that. There you go. Now it's doing, well, it did those two, so yeah. So there we go, you've got 2 pieces of dirt. So this is a very, very effective way of mining a big area. And alright, I have another one here, so if I put one here, as you can see, it's marked the area out with tape. And then I get a couple of steam engines on the go. I'll put them either side this time. For that one, I need some more coal. Fill this one up with coal. And where's my levers? Switch that on. Switch that on. Now, if we get our cobblestone transport pipes and hook it up there, now watch what happens. Yes, see? Got a piece of sand and it flew through this way, and there's another piece. Now we don't want that, do we? We want all of them to go down that way. So this can be sorted with this thing called the iron transport pipe. This is made exactly the same way you make all the other pieces of pipe, but with 2 pieces of iron instead. Now for this you need a wrench, which, if I can find it, here it is, the wrench. Alright, so if you get this out, now this allows you to like change bits of equipment. So like if you put an engine here and there was like a wooden pipe here, sometimes the engine will flip itself to power the wooden pipe, and you want it to power the quarry, you can simply give it a right click with the wrench and it will flip it the other way around. And it goes exactly the same for the iron transport pipe. If you put one here, right, as you can see, the clear end is here. Now the clear end is where the stuff wants to go out, and at the moment that's in the wrong place. So if you give it a spin with the wrench, see, and again, so if you give it a spin with the wrench, the clear end goes here. So now stuff goes out the clear end. So it can come in, basically it comes in through these solid ends and goes out through the clear ends. So if we connect this pipe up to it, as you can see, there's a solid end there, so stuff cannot go out. It can come in, but it won't go out. It will only go out through the clear end. So this is very useful if you've got multiple pipes coming in from different directions and you want to attach them to one thing. And then this will just shoot down there and go into my chest from here as well. So now I've got 2 quarries set up. I will start getting a lot of iron ore and gold and all the other useful stuff that's in this mod pack. Okay, now as you can see, we have our quarry set up over here, and all the stuff that they're pulling in is going into this chest. All the stuff that they're mining comes into this chest, and you know, we've got quite a bit of cobblestone, a lot of dirt, a lot of sand, and some other stuff. Now, what we want to do now is we want to take the stuff out of the chest and sort it into different chests. Like, I've got 3 chests over here. These are alchemy chests, with the equivalent exchange mod. They're like normal chests, but absolutely ginormous. I'll go through them in a separate video. So, yeah, so we want to pull the stuff out of the chest, and we can do that by simply sticking a wooden pipe and then a redstone engine next to it. And yeah, we can still look in the chest. And then sticking a lever there. Now, I'm going to use these stone pipes. Now, these basically do exactly the same thing as cobblestone pipes, except they don't touch cobblestone, like if I show you over here. So, we've got 2 cobblestone pipes here. If we put a stone pipe above it, it doesn't connect to it. But whereas if we stick a cobblestone there, it will connect to it. So that's pretty useful if you want to have multiple pipes running down next to each other. So, right, so now we want to sort it into these chests, and we can do that using this. It's a diamond transport pipe. So if you stick that there, as you can see, it connects to it, and I may as well turn this on. It'll probably pull out a lot of cobblestone. Yeah, there we go. So now we want to put it into these chests. So if we connect it from the diamond pipe, like this, into that chest, and as you can see they don't connect up here, then we use a stone pipe, stone pipe there, so they don't touch, and then a cobblestone pipe there. So now if we just leave it as it is, all this cobblestone is going to enter the diamond pipe and then just split into random pipes along here. But we can stop that by, if we right click on this, we get these categories in, it's color coded basically, color coded with the sides of the pipe. So if you want cobblestone to go down the black end, as you can see that one did, just by coincidence, and yeah, that one as well. So we can get a piece of cobblestone, got some in here, and there we go, that one went up there, and simply put one into the black line of the filter, and that will send all the cobblestone to go down the black end. There's that one piece just went up there. And we can keep doing this. So, for example, if we want like ores and stuff to go through the blue end, we can put all our ores that we want to go in there into the blue end. So, a piece of iron ore there. If we put that to the blue, all our iron will start going through the blue end and into this chest. And as you can see, our cobblestone is building up in there. So this is a very useful way of sorting all the stuff that you collect from your quarries and mining wells and everything, just to prevent you having to do it manually. Okay, so now we're going to look at some of the more complicated stuff in this pack. So here I have a patch of oil. Oops. Now, I'll just come out of creative mode. Now, this is basically a patch of oil, and as you can see here, we've got a big spout. Now, it's got a hole underneath. This hole goes down pretty far, and right at the bottom there's a big pocket, let's say, of oil underground. Alright, now there's a bloody lot of oil here. So what we want to do is we want to pump all this oil out and take it to chests back at our house. Now, I put a waypoint at my house, it's over there, and as you can see it's 282 meters away, which is quite far. So that's 282 blocks in directly diagonal, and so that's probably going to be slightly more if you're going to use pipes. So we're going to need a lot of pipes to pipe it back, but luckily we don't have to use that because we have these waterproof teleport pipes. Right, now we've got cobblestone waterproof pipes. Now these here are like the equivalent of normal pipes, but they're waterproof basically. They can transport oil and water and lava as well. You can take lava to places you want. So if we stick our pump on top of the main bit where we want to pump, right? So if I try to show you under here, yeah, we've got this thing. Now this is basically the hose bit that you like that sucks stuff up. So there's a source block here, and then below it there's a source block, and there's source blocks all the way down. So it's basically going to suck this source block up, and then go down, suck the next one, and so on and so forth. So it's going to go steadily down as it sucks up the oil. So yeah, as again with all the Buildcraft stuff, we're going to need to power this somehow. Now with pumps, you can use redstone engines, which is pretty good. They are powerful enough. They'll take a while to get started, but they do work. but they do it quite slowly, so you can have a steam engine on if you will, if you want. But steam engines on this, they will overheat and explode, so you have to be pretty careful when using a steam engine on a pump. Right, so as again, we attach our pipe to the top, and I have no levers. Again, yeah. Lever? Just get a stack. Right, so we attach our pipe onto the top, and if we turn these on, as you can see they're going, and we can turn this one on as well. There we go, and as you can see, we have oil pumping up. Now, we should do, yeah, there we go. See, it's working. It takes a while to get started, like I said, but it's going. Now, if we attach this pipe on the top like that, so this is a teleport pipe. Now, it's not going to go anywhere. The oil's just going to stay here. So, if we right-click on this pipe, we've got this. Now, you can set your frequency to whatever you want with these numbers. I'm going to set it to 10, just for now. And we put currency false, so we can switch this true or false. So, this is basically to send stuff to another pipe, and up here it says connected to pipe 0 because we haven't made another pipe to connect to it. So now that's going. I'm just going to turn this one off so it doesn't overheat. Just keep that one running. So now this is going. If we go back to our house, I can show you some other cool stuff we can do with it. Okay, I'm back now. So if we want to find a place to store all the oil that we're pumping out there, so we can do this with a tank. Alright, oops. Now this block here is a tank, okay? I think one tank can store 16 buckets of oil, or whatever, water, whatever. So we want to stack this up quite high, because there's definitely more than 16 buckets in what we found. So there we go, that'll do. Oops. So now if we connect this up with a cobblestone pipe, and then have a teleport pipe on it, now, yeah, so if we do the frequency 10, as you can see it's connected to 2 pipes. That's, well, one, technically it's connected to one, but I made one earlier and destroyed it. And if we switch this to can receive true, there we go, we have our oil which is coming in from a pump all the way over there. So now this is extremely useful for pumping stuff that's large distances away. Now as you can see it's gone down a bit here, but don't worry about that, there you go, it pulses, so that sounded so wrong. But basically, yeah, it sends like bits of oil at a time that come through, and as you can see our tank is slowly filling up here, so, and this will eventually fill up, and then if we want we can put more tanks on top and just keep making bigger tanks. So basically that's all it for pumping oil. Now we can turn this oil into fuel, which is twice as efficient as the oil if you want to use it for combustion engines, which are the highest tier of engine there is. And so we can do that with this thing called a refinery over here. So if I get a few of them and just stick some down there. No, that's the wrong way around. Oops, come here. It's this way around. Yeah. So stick a couple there and get our cobblestone pipes and lead, yeah, just do that. So these are cobblestone waterproof pipes because they transport oil and water and stuff. Now we need a wooden waterproof pipe for this bit. Oh, I went past it. There we go. We need a wooden waterproof pipe. Alright, so we can hit that there. So that is going to allow us to pull the oil out of it. Now, I'm not sure, but I think you need some along here to pull the oil, the fuel, sorry, out of this end. And then we can just connect up normally into some more tanks over here. Oh, bloody tree. Alright, so now we have our tanks going through a tree. Alright, so if we get a simple redstone engine here and get our levers, switch this on like so, as you can see it's going to start pulling the oil out of it. Yeah, there we go. Now this is going to split itself into these refinery stations. Now, how this works, let me just take out this tree quick. Now, how the refineries work, you have the oil going into one end, which is this end, the bit with the double tanks here, and then it makes the fuel and sticks it into this single tank here, which if you put wooden pipes here and engines on top, like I'm about to do here, because these are facing towards here, and we want them facing towards the wooden pipe, we can use our wrench, which I put away somewhere, and they're the same there. So now they're all facing towards the wooden pipes, which is great. That's exactly what we want. Now, oh god, I'm so unprepared. Now if we just get some cobblestone. Come on. There we go. Just get some cobblestone. Lever. And this is a good trick that I learned. And, oh my god, redstone. You can just see how much stuff is in this mod pack. I've got 14 pages or something ridiculous. Okay. Right, redstone. My god, where is it? Here it is. No, it's not. That's an apple. Yeah, at last, redstone. Right. And then if we hop it up on there, can run a redstone on top. Right there. Now, switch this on. It starts pumping all of them, which is pretty useful, I think. Right, now these also need power. So we can do that simply by I think steam engine should do. Right, again we need to give them a spin with the wrench to get them facing the right way. Like so. And we could do exactly the same thing we did with our redstone engines. For some reason that one's glitching out again. There we go. Get a redstone. I'm running it along the top. Okay, so now both of these are powered. And this hasn't got any coal, which is why it's not moving. Piece of coal there. Piece of coal there. And the last bit there. No, there you go. Now these are all moving, and there. It's not very much. You can give it a lot more power than this. This is just a very, very simple and basic method I'm showing you here. But basically, we're getting a tiny bit of fuel coming in here. Okay, now we have our refineries from earlier, and I've let the fuel build up. I've let the oil build up a bit. Now, before when we had the steam engines on here, as you can see, it was refining it really, really slowly. These were barely moving. So we can upgrade that with this. Now this is a combustion engine, as you can see, and it runs on fuel. So if we stick a fuel bucket in there, it will fill up a bit here. Now, what we can do, all engines produce power, and with these wooden conductive pipes, we can harvest that power into a pipe. So if we put a wooden conductive pipe there, stick a combustion engine next to it, and then use these stone conductive pipes and hook it up to these refineries here. Yeah, like that. All three. And then what we can do, if we put a fuel bucket in there, as you can see, it's gone up a bit, and then we just switch it on. And as you can see, it makes this little beam of electric stuff here. And then our refineries will start working. Now, this is one combustion engine, and it can power all these three refineries much more than one steam engine can power one refinery. So these are really powerful engines. Now, if we hook a few more up over here, just like that, one there, and then just join them up, and we can fill these up with fuel. Yeah. And then just switch them on. Now we have 4 combustion engines powering these 3 refineries. Now, as you can see, these little thingies are moving quite fast now. And if we turn these on, there you go. It should, start to pull the fuel out and putting it into this tank here. So this is a very efficient way of powering a refinery with a lot of engines, because you could have another one over here and just going on, all connected with a stone pipe, all leading up to this. So you can have pretty much as many engines as you want connected to one refinery. And as you can see, look how fast this is going now. Really fast, just with 4 combustion engines. And then, if you want, you can get waterproof pipes and pipe the fuel coming out here directly in these engines. Now, one bad thing about these engines is they are prone to overheating quite quickly. That's what this second slot here is for. If I show you some water buckets, put a bucket of water in here, as you can see it fills up with water. Now we want quite a few, because it does use it up quite fast. So if I fill all these up with water, like that, and then I'm going to need some more. Finally. Okay, so now all these combustion engines are filled up with water. Now, it will use up the water quite quicker than it will use up the fuel. So it's a good idea to have a pump somewhere above a lake that's pumping out water into a tank, and that's pumping it into the combustion engines. But you do have to be careful, because even then they can explode. It is very annoying. If you liked the video, then please by all means go ahead and hit that like button and give the video a favourite. It will help me out a lot and I appreciate it. Also, you can press that subscribe button to see the next episode and make sure you don't miss it.